Hello and welcome to this week's AMA video. I'm going to be talking about therapist guilt and how that holds us back from building a brilliant business. Now, before I get into this, today seems to be the day that my neighbours have decided is DIY day or garden trimming day. So I've picked a time to record this between the noise, but hopefully using a microphone, you can focus on my voice. But if you do get background noise, then apologies for that. But hopefully we can focus and it won't be too disturbing for you. So therapist guilt, what am I talking about? We as therapists get into this business because we care and are passionate about helping people and making a difference. And that gives us worth and meaning to our lives, to ourselves, to what we're doing. Unfortunately, that same challenge leads us to often have wishy-washy boundaries and continue to say yes to helping people, even when we really shouldn't be doing that because of our own energy or because of other tasks in your business that need to get done. We prioritize the client needs, and helping those clients above everything else. And on one hand, we are in this industry because that's who we are. It means that we can do great work with our clients because we care and because we want to serve and we want to help. But on the other hand, it means that things that you want in terms of building your business get put to the bottom of the list or don't get done. And that means that you don't move forwards and your business doesn't grow. The other side of that is burnout and your own energy. And that's another important part of this, is you are one person with one amount of energy to give. And what we end up doing is saying, okay, I'll book that client in the evening, or I'll slide another one in at the weekend. And we end up just giving. And our tank ends up empty and we end up burning out. So one of the passions about Build It Brilliant and why I set up Build It Brilliant is because the world is suffering from pandemics of anxiety, stress, chronic pain, fear, phobias, all these kinds of things. And the therapists, consultants and coaches of the world are the exact people with those services, those skills, that expertise, that knowledge that can really make a massive, massive difference in the world. But the therapists are closing down or stopping business at an alarming rate. So about 3 out of 5, which is a lot. And the reason that they do that is usually burnout or they can't make the business work. So this is really important. One of the big reasons I see why that is happening is because you prioritize your clients and everything that those people need or your family need or what everyone else's needs above your strategy, your diary, your commitments and your energy. So how do we change that? It's really difficult when, and I do this myself, so I'm not sitting here kind of preaching to you without understanding. I absolutely do this, and I'm getting better at recognizing when I do it and being able to stop myself, but I still sometimes do it. That client calls you up, they're in desperate need, they love you, they want you, they're in that they're in that perfect position where you can help them, and you sort of start feeling like you really should and ought to help them. And then you go, oh, go on, okay, I need to help this person. So one of the things that we need to do in order to change this is to overcome the fact that there's only you that can help that client. If that client doesn't sign up with you, they will find that support from somebody else. And that took me quite a while to settle with that as being okay, and realizing that that was the case. I don't have to help and serve every single client. And if I don't, it doesn't mean that they're not going to get better or they're not going to get help. The other thing as well is deeper than that. It's values and it's beliefs. So it triggered in me thoughts that I'm not doing my job, so therefore I failed, or I should help them, and that's what I should be doing and should be spending my time doing. So there's a whole raft of beliefs behind that feeling. Perhaps it's something that's happened in the past, whether that be a relationship or a finances or a upbringing thing. There's loads and loads of reasons why you believe that you should be serving those clients, and you should and you have to do those things. Do you feel that if you don't, then you're not being kind? Or do you feel that if you don't help them, then you're letting them down? Like, what is this bringing up for you when you say no? The other side of it is lots of people that I work with don't see the business side as work. So it's like they add up their hours of work, but they sort of see that as client hours. They don't realize that all of the extra tasks are still work, and they still need to be done within work hours. So work doesn't equal client time. Work is the whole of the business, and then we divide that up. So roughly, I say about half of your time will be spent building the business, marketing the business, taking that business forward, those sorts of things. And half your time will be spent on clients. Another thing is, you can build your business your way, and different people have different thresholds for how many clients that they can see and still feel good. So at one point I was seeing 15, 20 clients a week, and it's too much for me. I can't do that. It's okay to say, this is the amount of clients hours that enable me to still be full of energy and be able to deliver a service to those clients that's really good quality. So have a personal reflection time over what realistically can you do in terms of client hours and still feel really good. And then you can work the finances around to make sure that you're earning the amount of money that you want to earn from the client hours that match for you. So client guilt, it's a big one in our industry, and it affects more than you think it does. And our boundaries are really important, because that allows us to build a brilliant business. It allows us to carry on. And in terms of the mission for Build It Brilliant, we want to have therapists that have fantastic businesses for the next 20, 30, 40 years, not creating a business that you can run for a couple of years, you hate, you feel burnt out, you feel exhausted, you can't keep going, and you stop. So it's about looking after you and making sure that you're building a business in a way that respects your boundaries and your time, and allows you to make the amount of money that you want to earn in the amount of time that you have got available. So less of the therapy guilt. It's okay to say no, and it's okay to decide how many hours you want to spend with clients and then fill those hours. And then the answer's no. So I hope that's helped, and I'll see you next time in the next AMA.